Hello, MIT 812. Tyler Douglas here. Final assignment, assignment 6, reflections on my final project. So, an overview today of this video. What was my final project? Hint, hint, Empower Learning for the Workplace. I'll go on to explain that. How my objectives were met. Reflection on the process and the project. Please note, still in progress. Very cumbersome project, very grandiose, large-scale, network-wide. The ISTE standard that I believe this falls under, it was hard to find one. I believe it hits many, and I wrote about that in my previous assignment. And then finally, my big takeaway. So let's get started. Empowered learning. So employees have the ability to take classes to master their department, learn another department, prepare to apply for promotion, etc. Everything is 100% optional, and managers have the ability to encourage employees to participate in these classes, to evaluate their growth potential. Scores help better evaluate employee growth and development. That's just like scratching the surface, because this whole entire setup is the idea that in a workplace, a blue collar workplace, these employees are in control of their own destiny to a sense. Their attitude and their numeric metric based performance does in fact reflect on their overall evaluation. However, where are we evaluating their soft skills other than like, hey, they smile? How do we know we're picking the right person for the right job? How can we then show those people that may not be the right person how to be the right person, or why they were not selected? Because they didn't show an individual initiative. They didn't take it in to learn more. They didn't find the best way to become the best. So I'm going to take you to a little sample view. Keep in mind, everything's proprietary technology, so I'm only allowed to show you one page that I had to alter that does not link at all to anything internally. So let me expand this. This is the Academy. All these buttons don't work. Just an FYI. So back to the Academy. Yes, none of these buttons work because they will take you further on. But very well thought out. There's a login, log out piece that monitors who logged in, what training they're about to begin. They can totally enroll. The idea here is, you get to explore other courses that your peers are taking. There's a lot of students enrolled, not that many people actually at my current building or who have seen this. Growing as a leader, working in collaboration. The one right there that we see is actually a joke for one of my friends, one of my coworkers. So, this is not a very flattering picture of Joe. Also, kind of a, hey man, I need a better picture of you, showing him. But he has a video that I've recorded that why training and development is super important to our employee success, and we talk about where you can learn things and how you share your success story. These pop up in very interactive e-learning modules where, depending on how intuitive we got with it, what we're using, what the material is, it has anything from like just watching to actually engaging with it. So it's still in progress, so bear in mind with that. So to reflect on the process and project, it's still in progress, obviously. We've done one module, and that is our picking, so our easiest process to learn, therefore our easiest process to teach. And so that's taken the course of like 2 months in comparison with the rest of the business need. So the big thing that has changed is the method for conveying the material has changed. I've learned to focus on the learner and how they're going to learn it. I've tried to throw a lot of things at it and keep everything uniform at the same pace of like, hey, we want this level of interactivity with this. Learn that buy-in was essential. Again, using the learner. If they didn't want to go through it, or if it seemed tedious or dorky to them, they weren't engaged. Our test group of students was engaged, and they had a multitude of suggestions, so the rework process has officially begun. In fact, Dr. Becking had some suggestions as well that are taking into consideration. The ISTE standards. So this project hits on several standards. In fact, I've listed them off in my initial discussion of it several assignments ago and the previous one. The main focus here is ISTE Standard for Educators 5A and 5B, using technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. Again, I had to focus on reworking to work with the learner. So really cool ideas, but how do they learn it? Then design authentic learning activities that align with content area standards and use digital tools and resources to maximize active and deep learning. I had to partner a lot with departmental managers to go in depth with all of this and understand, like, okay, what do you need your people to know? And we used a wide variety. There's a couple of virtual reality modules that if you direct message me, I can show you some of the samples. So my big takeaway, my content creation course setup in the past has had to change drastically with this. Through this class, I've learned, you have to focus on not you and not what's cool for you and not what's intuitive for you and not what's easy. You have to be able to teach somebody else how to use the technology and then teach them through the technology. So I've had to focus a lot more on the student, the trainee more, what their needs are. I've done a lot of surveying, done a lot of inquiring, and even with the trainers, like, hey, how do you teach? Like, what do you think they learn? So me, myself, I've had to learn to be more flexible and get out from behind a computer in designing curricula and courses and modules. So that's been my big takeaway from this project, and it's just to really focus on your audience, who you're catering to. Thank you, everyone, for an excellent class, and good luck with the rest of your educational endeavors. Tyler Douglas signing out.